Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 628. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. By the way, currently and always accepting information for the next issue, which is, of course, the July issue coming up soon. Okay, so with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham. And then you can click on that link on the Facebook side, and then join me on camera to shoot the breeze, share information, etc. And we'll start out with this first. It's my parents' wedding anniversary. This is Mom and Pop. R.I.P. Neither of them are still with us, but I just wanted to still say happy anniversary. So Mom was born in Durham in 1929. Lita Jean Harris Murray. My dad is Milo C. Murray Jr. He was born in Gary, Indiana, grew up in Chicago. And they actually got married here in Durham at Moorhead Avenue Baptist Church because Mom's family was bigger than Pop's family, so they got married down here, and then immediately moved up to Chicago. So just wanted to say happy anniversary to Mom and Pop. All righty, so let me get my notes here. Let's see. Now, the current issue of the Durham Skywriter, I'm going to start out with the word page, as I often do. If you hear sounds, that's my washing machine over there. So let's see. As always, I do like to start out by pointing out there are very important, very helpful city and county programs that you can read about on the word page. That is the government and nonprofit information page. And you probably already know that the moratorium for rent was moved back, let's see, it was the 30th, which is this coming Wednesday, and they moved it up to the end of July. That's how long the moratorium is going to last. But still, I wanted to point out that both the city and county are working together to run the Durham Emergency Rental Assistance Program. So still, go ahead and sign up for that because you can get help for up to a year, 15 months if you really need it. So, and also utilities. So check it out. It's on the word page of the Durham Skywriter. All righty. Let's see. Durham Technical Community College Small Business Centers downtown. They have these wonderful free webinars for people who want to start a business or who already have and want to improve. So I actually am listing workshops from across the state because they're so great. So today there's a couple I'm going to mention. The Accelerate 2021 Showcase is going to be this evening from 4 until 5:30, and that's like a weekly class where you talk about business and get tips. Also tonight, from 6 until 8, QuickBooks for small business. That's if I'm not mistaken, QuickBooks that's taxes. So check that out if you need to learn about that. Again, that's from 6 until 8. These are free webinars, so definitely check them out. Also, Go Durham and Go Triangle bus service. They have free bus service if you're going to and from your. This is for older people and people with disabilities who need to go get that vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine. They can actually call 24 hours in advance. By the way, call Go Durham or Go Triangle, whichever bus you want to take, and they will pick you up at your house, take you to get your vaccine, and then back home. And you might be wondering, well, I don't know, I might not want my loved one. We don't have a car, but I'm worried about them touching things on the bus. But here's the thing. You can go to Amazon and get 500. You've seen these. These are, you've seen the restaurant workers wear these. You can get 500 of these for under $10 at Amazon. So you get 5 packs of one. This is 100 right here. You get 5 packs of 100. And again, I throw these around at will. I give a bunch of these to friends, and they really appreciate it. So again, you can get 500 gloves. That's $250 pair, under $10 Amazon. So check that out. Okay, I've been wanting to tell you about this and keep forgetting. Okay, now let's go to the health page, to your health. Let's see. Of course, I have your COVID-19 test and vaccine updates, including the fact, let me just let you know, that the Durham County Department of Public Health downtown, you can just stroll in and get your vaccine that easy. No appointment needed, no ID needed. So from 9 until 4 on weekdays, 9 to 6 on Tuesdays, stroll in and get get vaccinated. Also, the Lincoln Community Health Center on Fayetteville Street, they also have the same deal where you can stroll in from 9 to 11 on weekdays or from 1 to 4. And they have all three. They have the Moderna, they have the Johnson & Johnson, and the Pfizer. Well, wait a minute. No, the county has all three: Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. Lincoln, as far as I know, they have Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. But in any case, go ahead and get vaccinated because it's really getting easier and easier by the week. There are also a bunch of places that I'm listing on the health page where you can get vaccinated, always for free. And there's just a bunch of, I'll just name a few. Gurley's Pharmacy, Central, Harris Teeter, Hersey Pharmacy, Russell's, Yosef's, South Point, Triangle Pharmacy at Ace Hardware, Walgreens, Walmart, even Wheels Fun Park. How about that? So just check it out. Just check it out at your convenience on the health page. Okay, now, a couple classes I need to tell you about. So Dr. Viola from Lincoln was here last week, and boy, did she give us great information. She wants us to take these classes. They're free, offered by the Lincoln Community Health Center online. So tomorrow, there's going to be a class, What is Hypertension? It's free. Sign up now. It's from 6 until 6:30. Speaking of classes, the Community Health Coalition, again, these are on the health page. So the Community Health Coalition, they have a free class. It's called Managing Diabetes While Pregnant. So obviously this is for pregnant women with, what's it called? Let me get it. Gestational diabetes. This class is going to be on Wednesday. It's a one-time class, 9:30 a.m. It's free. And you do have to sign up by tomorrow at this time. So sign up by tomorrow noon if you can. And again, it's free. All righty, let's see where OptumServe is today. They administer free tests for COVID-19 as contracted by the state. So it's Monday, which means they are at Oldham Towers, which is downtown, from 9 until 4:30 today. And then tomorrow they will be at El Centro Hispano, McDougal Terrace, and Oxford Manor. Read about it on the health page. All right, now let's see. Let's click on that big blue button at the top of the page, which is the health events page, support group meetings, etc. So today, from 4 until 6, Duke Cancer Patient Support Program is going to have their prostate cancer support group. It's going to be this afternoon from 4 until 6. It's free. Go ahead and register and then attend to get some tips. All righty. Let's go to the Senior Scope page for seniors. The Durham Center for Senior Life is open. You can't just rush in there. They do want everyone to take a tour first. So Mondays and Fridays, they're offering free tours because they've changed things. They've moved things around. They have this new Cafe 406, which is really cute. They have also a lunch program. So you register in advance, and then whoever shows up first at, 11:30 or 12? Let's see. I think it's 11:30. But anyway, on weekdays, whoever shows up first gets to eat inside the center, and you get a free lunch, which is super awesome. And there's something I really need to tell you about because it's going to be 90 today, and I think, 90 tomorrow, and maybe even the next day. We're going to have a hot summer, just saying. So the Durham Center for Senior Life has something called the Fan AC Relief Program, where they are giving away free fans and free air conditioners. So here's how it goes. This is co-sponsored, again, by the center, also Velasquez and Duke Energy. So Durham County seniors age 60 and up in need can get a free fan, one per household. So let's see the rules here. So you can't have received one last year. And then when you arrive for pickup, which is on Wednesdays only, you do have to show your current valid ID. That shouldn't be too hard because if you're driving, you're going to have your driver's license. But if you're younger than age 60 and you're disabled, provide proof of disability, you can still get that fan. Now, in terms of getting an air conditioner, this is a little harder. You do have to have permission from your landlord. And actually, renters have to bring a letter of approval from their landlord. So that's really important. Supplies are limited, and you also have to have a statement of need from your health provider. So some people actually really honestly do need air conditioners because of their health. They might have like high blood pressure or something like that. So your doctor has, or health provider, that's the term they use, they have to let them know in writing that you definitely need an air conditioner. But you can get a fan. It's easier to get a fan, but I'm just letting you know. So pickups are on Wednesdays from 10 to 11:30, but you do have to, again, contact them and just ask questions and, you know, get straight on what you need to do, and get that fan or air conditioner on Wednesday. All right, let's see. Is that it for the health page? I mean, the senior page? Okay, let's go to the Let's Go page, the last page that we will be visiting. So let's see. New Visions of Africa restaurant will be giving away free meals to people in need from 3 until 6. And that's going to be there on Fayetteville Street next door to W.D. Hill. Wear your mask. Don't need to say that anymore. Legal Aid NC, they're going to be hosting HOME. That stands for Housing on Monday evening. They'll be talking about housing issues. I know they'll be talking about the eviction moratorium, which again has been extended to the end of July. I'm sure they'll be talking about that at length. It's going to be from 4 until 5. The link right there on the Let's Go page. African dance class offered by the Haiti Heritage Center. That is going to be from 6:30 until 7:30, $5, pay online, and the class is online as well. Marva's Fun, she's having her Stay Well virtual line dance class. Learn your favorite line dances from days of old up to the new and current ones from 7 until 8 on Zoom and free. Now, let's see what's happening tomorrow morning. Story time at in Durham Central Park for little ones, ages 2 to 5. The 5-year-olds have to at least have their masks on hand just in case. So Miss Kristen is going to lead the kids in stories and music and just going to have fun. Of course, you know, the playground is right there. So you can stay after 11:30 and just have fun hanging out and watching your kid have fun and playing on the equipment. Okay, let's see. I should mention this, even though it's at 12:30 tomorrow, I need to mention the New Visions of Africa restaurant. Again, next door to W.D. Hill on Fayetteville Street. They're having their weekly grocery giveaway. It's going to be tomorrow, starting at 12:30 while supplies last. If you're driving, park at the W.D. Hill parking lot behind the restaurant. And if you're taking the number 5 bus or 5K, be sure that you have some kind of rollaway card because they give away food like crazy. This is a great, I'm just saying, great groceries. And make sure when you get there that you contact the person with the clipboard. They usually have 2 or 3 people there. Get in contact with them, tell them your name so they can call your name. You can get your groceries. All righty, let's see. It's amazing. When I first jotted down my weather forecast, it was 84. It's 88 already. It's 88. It's partly sunny. It's going up to 90. It's going to be sunny for a while and then partly sunny again later this afternoon. Tomorrow it's going to be 90 and partly sunny. I don't think we're getting rain for a while. Let me check real quick. Ooh, thunderstorms on Friday. Okay, no problem. The rest of the week will be great. So let's see. I have some videos to show you. But wait a minute, just a second. Just a second. I'm trying to scroll down. Oh, Guy our cook. I thought I saw someone there. Okay, let me bring on Guy, and then I'll show you some videos that I have. So let's see what's new in Washington State, where it's even hotter, I think, than it is here. So let's see. Guy, what's new? You're muted. You're muted. There you go.
Long time ago, a guy said the people that work in technology can't use technology.
Well,
and there's just proof of that right there. See,
mistakes are made by everyone.
You're at 90 right now.
88 is going up to 90.
It's going to 90. We're at 90 right now at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
And
my
it's
goodness.
going to be, are you sitting down?
I actually am.
114 today. We're going to be.
I did hear today's going to be the hottest, though. It's going to be cooler tomorrow, right?
Hotter tomorrow.
Oh.
Tuesday's
okay.
going to
They
be the
changed the
zinger.
forecast. Okay.
At least weather.com, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting their stuff from the National Weather Service. So anyway.
114.
It's so hot, Pat.
How hot is it?
Well, my son's air conditioning went on the fritz. My youngest son,
This is not the
Steve.
time.
And no, not today. He's got 2 baby girls. One's 1 year old and one's just been born like a month ago.
Oh my
And so
goodness.
we said, come over. Come to our house.
Yeah.
So you know what they did? They
What?
brought their dogs to our house, Millie and Reedy, the 2 maniacs, and they went to a hotel.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's what they did. And so, you notice how my door is shut? The door is shut so that I can hide here in the AC and not have the dogs going. What are you doing?
So you have 3 dogs at your house right now?
No, we have.
4.
That many.
5.
Yeah, we had 3 already.
I thought you had.
We have a long-haired Chihuahua named Lux that we got from rescue. We have looks like a Jack Russell mostly named Chewy that we got from rescue. He's born in Hawaii. I had so many stories on that funny dog. And then when my mom passed, we got Joy. We've had Joy with us since Mom went to assisted living. And then Mom passed and we kind of inherited that dog. So we have 3 already. The Yorkie, the long-haired Chihuahua, and the Jack Russell. And now we got 2 more dachshunds.
Wow.
They don't know who I am. If I walk into the front room right now, everybody goes nuts. And
all you do is put food out. They'll know who you are.
No, not even. They okay. Now,
they sound unappreciative.
The 3 dogs that live here get bacon bits every morning. So I give the bacon bits to our 3 dogs. And first Darlene says, no, I don't think Steven's dogs are supposed to eat that. Well, give them half of it. Didn't even hit the floor. Just thump.
Wow.
Oh, gosh, dang. Scary. So to keep cool, when the dogs woke me up at about 3:45, I put on my Kizik's. And these are those shoes you don't have to lace up, you just slip them on.
Okay.
I wear them for slippers. They work great.
With the holes in them, those shoes with the holes?
No, that's a different one. This one doesn't have holes. This one, I could wear this one for shoes, but I choose not to. And so I went out, and every container that I could see by the light of the porch light, I watered it then.
Smart. I watered my stuff too this morning. Yeah.
And then at 5 o'clock, when it was daylight, I went out and watered the 2 that I couldn't see.
Cool. And, let me show these videos real quick.
Okay.
I was commenting. Yeah, I was out and about, and I will be out and about from now on. I've been vaccinated. I've got this kind of down to a science. What I do now, I make these micro videos, like 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, because they work great on this show. So I was at an event hosted by Bull City United, and I didn't know that they've been folded into the Durham County Department of Public Aid. They are a violence abatement program, which actually started in Chicago. I don't know what they were called in Chicago, though, because Chicago was not the Bull. Well, maybe they were Windy City United. I have to ask them that. Anyway,
could be
so
Beat the Beat United or something. Oh,
I have no idea. But here's Mr. Rod Jenkins with a message. He's with he's the new head of the Durham County Department of Public Health. Here he is.
It's 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟, Durham's health director, and just encouraging everyone under the sound of my voice to get vaccinated. Durham's doing extremely well with vaccinations, but we still got a long way to go. We know that everyone wants to enjoy summer and family reunions and gatherings and sporting events, and the only way to do that and to protect us against potential variants is to get vaccinated. So come on, Durham, we can do this.
Awesome. Really cool.
I love the tie.
Really cool, right?
Yeah.
And at the same event, check this out. They had horses. Now, I don't know if you know about.
Oh, you mentioned that the other day, that the kids would love it if they had horses, and you hope that they did.
Yeah. Well, these are. Tell me if these are horses or ponies, because they're little. Okay, check these out.
If they're little, they're ponies. Yeah, those are ponies. Big ponies.
Yes,
feet don't even reach the stirrup.
Isn't that cute?
There's a pony riding a horse. That's a young horse, like a yearling. What?
I was wondering, because I thought that ponies were like stout.
Oh,
like
pony,
kind of chubby.
So
I thought those
like
were
a
young
Shetland
horses.
pony, or something like that. These are just young horses.
That's what I figured.
My opinion. Yeah.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Because the legs are longer.
Yeah, and they do look like horses, but just smaller.
Yeah, younger.
And then I headed out to Hillside High School that evening, and the long ball program is a wonderful youth baseball program. So here is the first run of the game. There you go. The Rays versus the Cardinals. Wonderful.
Did you see that one guy holding up his hands like this after he crossed the plate? He held up the runner from third. That's a stop and go back signal. He was wrong. Don't listen to him, because if that guy would have went back, he might have got thrown out at third.
Well, it was the first inning, and you want to pile it on as early as possible. So the guy at third base was like, "I'm going for it."
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And they play really good. They're really coached well. They play some great heads-up baseball.
These are the guys that, as they get older, will be playing in the pros. Some of these guys will become professional players.
Because these are the 16-year-olds, and boy, they're really good. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
So, and the last. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was curious. Did the Boys and Girls Club event that you did you take any videos of that?
No, because it was actually a real estate seminar.
Oh, okay.
And so, I'll probably go back and do something about the actual Boys and Girls Club. It was just held at the Boys and Girls Club.
I got you.
Yeah, so I didn't do any filming. I was really concentrating on DJing. But there's another youth program run by. Oh, let me give a shout out to Pat, who runs the long ball program with some great volunteers and coaches. I just had to give her a huge shout out. The gentleman named Jose Santibáñez, he and his coaches, Mia and Omar, they have the Bull City Futsal, which is that soccer game. It's like a smaller, faster version of soccer. Yeah. Check this out. So they have the dinkies out yesterday.
Okay.
The elementary school. And so they're teaching them dribbling. Some already know, and some are just learning. That's Jose in black.
With their shin guards on. Some of them.
So see how small the balls are? So the little kids.
They're about like a volleyball. Or maybe even smaller than a volleyball even.
Well, these are actual futsals. They're just futsal balls. Yeah. They're just smaller. Now the bigger kids have I don't know that much about the sport, but it looks like the bigger kids play with what appears to be full-size soccer ball, or maybe a little smaller.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's I need to mention, because I did again, that was yesterday when I went out there to Sherwood Park. Jose told me to tell folks that it is not too late to sign up. It's free, or you can pay what you can because it's an all volunteer thing. He's running the program himself. And the two young folks who are coaches, I'm assuming they're volunteers because they're kids. They're big kids, but they're young folks, Mia and Omar. And it's a wonderful program. So if you can afford to pay something, go ahead. If you can't, if you're low income, then still sign up. And it's a wonderful program. I think. Now I need to get him on the show because we're talking about. I was telling him how whenever I mention sports, I like to mention scholarships. Yeah. And he did tell me that even though futsal is only in the professional level in the state of Minnesota for some reason, for the most part, it's still being developed in this country. But he says a lot of kids play futsal and then switch up to soccer, where, of course, you can definitely get the scholarships with soccer.
I would think so. Because it's the same thing, basically running around kicking the ball at the goal, just on a bigger scale. Yeah.
Exactly. So so futsal is really cool. So go to the sports page if you want to sign up your kids. Here's elementary school, middle school, and then high school academies and games. Like I said, it's all free unless, again, you're able to pay something, which he would appreciate, because I think he gives the kids the shirts too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow!
So yeah, he's a great guy.
A great spot for a sponsor to pick up some exposure.
Definitely. You're speaking truth right there, guy, for real.
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah. So what's new with you in terms of tech? You got something for us today?
I've been preaching a sermon about page speed, how that's important. Mm-hmm. And so I did a little bit of that digital garage learning about search engine marketing and search engine optimization.
Okay.
And search engines are going to crawl the website. Mm-hmm. Then they're going to index it based on what their crawl gives them for information about what it's about. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to rank it. Okay. Like which one's hot, which one's not. Okay. Mm-hmm. Depends how you appear on the list. One of the factors that govern your appearance on the list, one of your ranking factors, is the page speed. If your server is dog slow, you're not going to be number one. I don't care how good your content is, how good your videos are. If your page doesn't load quick, especially on mobile, and as you know, Google ranks mobile first. If the mobile version of your site happens, then you're hot stuff. If it's not happening, you're not hot stuff.
So how do you speed it up? Now I know
you can look at all the factors. What I do is I run website audits. I use a tool like GTmetrix. GTmetrix not only will crawl your site, it'll tell you how to fix it. Like if your images aren't optimized to load quicker, it'll say, you know, the image you have at the top of the page that says Durham Skywriter's picture, a little plane, that's taken up 8.2 seconds to load because it's so dang inflated. So if you compress it and make it take up less space, take the air out of it, if you will.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get a faster load time, and then you're going to win that race.
Well, here's what I did with my my images, because if you go throughout the Skywriter, especially on the Let's Go page, which is the biggest page, you'll see that I use a lot of logos. Each listing has a logo. And so I used to not know any better, and they would load at different sizes, and then I just shrink them to the size that I needed. I went through after talking with you, and I actually went and reduced them to a uniform size. Here's my page, it loads so much quicker.
Here's a good clue, and for somebody that's listening that hasn't optimized things yet. Load your website with GTmetrix. And if it comes up and says, oh, you need to optimize the images, click on that definition and it'll show you a list, right? Image A, B, and C. Here's the optimized version. You can download the optimized version right off that report. And then you say,
I mean, they do it for you?
Yeah. Use the same file name, right? Like picture of guy .jpg, picture of guy. So you download picture of guy, and it used to be 800K and now it's 200K because they've let the air out of it. And then you save it in the same folder. You upload it back to your server, and bazinga, you're calling it picture of guy again. So all of your HTML code is going to work because it's looking for picture of guy. You just happen to have an optimized version. So that's one of the factors you can rank it on.
So you replace your largest files, video, graphic files,
right?
JPEGs or whatever, with the optimized.
Yes,
I like that. Okay.
Now you can take it a step further if you get really anal, like yours truly, and there's a new format of images called WEBP, WebP.
I thought you were going to say WEB for boys, but go ahead.
And that format, there's online optimizers. You can upload a JPEG and say, show me what this looks like as a WEBP. And you can get that back. Many of the crawlers thinks that's the Batman version of the image to make it be uber fast.
Okay.
And so forth. And so, you know, I'm doing the digital garage. I think the biggest thing I've done in the last 72 hours is I spent money.
Gasp.
Yes. I spent money on a mobile ready template that I'm going to convert the website for Route 6 Tour and make.
Nice.
The way I'm going to do it, maybe I'm lazy. I'm going to do a redirect script. If you go to the site with a mobile device on your phone, it's going to go,
look that up.
Route6Tour.com. It's not mobile ready right now. The Happenings blog is mobile ready, but the main website is not. So I'm going to have.
Oh, Marcus is here. Hey, Marvin.
Hey, Marvin.
Just want to say hi to Marcus.
The camera link should be in view. If you just go to comments, you can click on it and join us.
Okay.
And anyway, take that website, Route6Tour.com, and make it into a mobile ready. I'm going to use a subfolder and put all of the content that I aspire to be in mobile in that. And then I'm going to have I call them browser detect scripts. And it's going to say, is this a mobile or is this a desktop? And then you're going to be redirected accordingly. If it's mobile ready, then you're going to go to the mobile content, which is going to be the same content as what's on the desktop, but it's just going to display appropriately on a mobile device. So you can, read the links and they're spaced apart right and so forth.
Okay. Oh, you know what I want you to do?
Right.
Since you're in a new city, check and see if they give away free fans or air conditioners to older people. Because is your whole house air? Do you have the central air conditioning or just room?
No, central air.
Oh, you're in good shape. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a heat pump. I'm good.
Oh, good. Okay.
And the wife has got ceiling fans in the master bedroom and ceiling fan.
Love my ceiling fan. Fans.
Yeah, gotta have them.
So
I've got, those big heavy duty flannel shirts you wear. There are occasions.
I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, there are occasions when I will pop one of those on.
So Marcus wants to know, does your information work on Wix? And I think she's talking about the GT metrics and the WEBP.
WEBP, I'm not sure if Wix recognizes that image format because it's so new. But the GT metric speed test, the audit, it will work with any URL. I can put 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 in there, and it'll tell me what's hot and what's not. Okay.
Now Marvis, Wix is very similar to what I use. I use Weebly. If I'm not mistaken, I think Wix bought Weebly, so they're almost kind of identical in how
content management system is a big umbrella. I put them all under.
Basically, it's web building with drag and drop.
Right.
Real simple. You know, it's real simple. Otherwise, I mean, I looked at WordPress. I did not like WordPress at all. So Weebly is more my speed, and Wix is just like Weebly. I think Squarespace is very similar too. So,
well, I'm old school, so I do it all by hand. So those are beyond me.
You mean HTML and all? Oh,
yeah. See, years ago, Pat, there were no pictures. It was all text.
Remember when they would print, like run and print and go and all that kind of stuff?
I can remember having a shell account in Unix, and I would log in.
Okay.
You know how the United States Navy has submarines that fire torpedoes, right?
Okay. Yes.
Well, ARPANET, the preceding technology to the internet, the military had ARPANET years ago.
Okay.
At 5 o'clock, when they quit testing torpedoes and shut that down, Al would flip the switch on to their modem to accept outside calls. And we'd essentially be in there chatting and swapping lies and carrying on till the wee hours of the morning. And then 8 o'clock in the morning, he'd flip it back. So being as I was in proximity to 𝗕𝗓𝗓, once I got access to the internet, then, I mean, I was on the internet with a Commodore 64 at 300 baud. I was going so slow.
So you mean before anybody else, because you were, because you knew how to, because of the military?
No, I knew how to because I researched library books left and right.
Oh, okay.
I learned about Unix first. And then,
I remember those olden days with the, what do they call those groups?
User groups?
Yeah, with the I forget all the terminology, but you know, the sound of the modem, and you're joining these groups. Everything was text, and like you said, no graphics.
Well, no graphics because the dang speeds were so slow back in them days. You'd wait forever.
And also,
this is
you
honest God truth. Before I found out about this,
remember you had to unplug the phone. Because they say, you're going to be on the computer all day. I got to make a phone call.
Yeah, well, you could code it so that if the phone rang, it would shut off your connection, and then the house phone would ring. Because my dad was worried about that. He said, if I had the phone tied up, then how could anybody call him? I said, oh no, I got it set up so if Gary or one of your buddies calls you, the phone will ring. Okay, so once I showed him that worked, it was okay.
Well, back in the 90s, I had 2 lines, one for my computer and one for my phone. So, boy, those were the old days, way back. So,
anyway, I know I had a modem going. Gosh, when did I start using a modem? In the 80s. I think probably 80, 82, 83, something like that.
I took a class when the PCs first came out. Because I got my first Mac, my first computer.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute.
When you had to put the floppy disk in to boot up.
Wait a minute. Yeah. My first computer was an Atari XL 800 or 800 XL. That was my first computer, was Atari.
I know a guy, this is honest truth. He had an Atari, and I don't know if you know the technology, but the RAM memory is soldered onto the motherboard. Like each little chip of the memory chips were soldered on. So if it came in with 256K of memory, that's what you got. That was it.
Well, my first
Ted unsoldered all those memory chips, right? And he bought 1 meg chips and put them on there. And he had 8 megs of memory. That was like
he
state
knew
of
how
the
to
art
do that.
Nito in those days.
Nice.
Yeah, that's back. Oh gosh, when we barely got married. Darlene says, "Well, yeah, you could live up here, but you got to have a job." So with the skill set I had, I went the first computer store I went to. I got a job, and they said, "You want to work here?" Yeah. I'm going to get married next month, and so anyway, time marched on.
Yeah. Well, my first Mac,
Yeah,
I bought in 1989,
mm-hmm.
and I bought a. I didn't think I could possibly fill up I think it was a 60 meg drive.
Oh wow.
Or 60. It wasn't K. Wait, what were the drives back then? K or megs? But it was 60. We're talking about the 80s.
Is it
megs.
60? It would have to be meg.
Meg,
I'm not that familiar with Mac products.
I mean,
so if I'm wrong, but it wasn't 60K because that's not. If it was 60
megs, then. But here's the thing:
if it was K, it would have to be kilobytes, and that would have to be a multiple of 16. So you'd have to be 60.
Whatever it was. But I didn't think I could possibly fill up 60K. Oh. And then I bought an external hard drive that was a 20 meg.
Oh wow!
So I had a total of 80.
My first web server was 20 megabytes of shared space, and the company was best.com.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about a name to drop.
Like Best Buy or something?
Yeah, they went away. Best.com's no more, but back in the day, that was state-of-the-art Nito.
Well, I don't know if you remember this. I got to go after this, but
yeah,
I don't know if you remember that when I know the Macs first started coming out, I guess 1984-ish. Mm-hmm. But by the time I came along in 89, I'm ready to buy my first computer, Apple messed up big time. They had their computers everywhere at all the different stores. And then they started allowing the online stores. Remember, there was Mac Connection, and then there was PC Connection, and there was Mac something and PC something, I forget. But anyway, Mac Connection was like the main store. And they allowed them to undercut the retail stores. So the retail stores all dropped.
Yeah.
You can find Apple anywhere. Except for maybe a couple
if you quit protecting the dealers, you're going to suffer.
They really shot themselves in the foot.
The vendors matter.
Time. Yeah. They didn't mean to, but they did. But hey, Candace is saying hi. She's on YouTube.
Hi, Candace.
Hey, Candace. And Candace moved back to Durham, so we haven't seen each other yet.
Oh, well.
But yeah, one of these days, come on the show and show us your art.
Does Candace know that you have a new pressure washer?
I think everybody's watched Bull City Hangout knows by now that I have a new pressure. I've been pressure washing everything inside.
So I'm just saying, if you run out of stuff at your house, you could, if you knew anybody that just moved to Durham that you haven't hooked up with, then that good.
Actually, there's a couple of places I think that really need some pressure washing, and I'm going to give them a call.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who because I don't want to shame anyone. This is a business.
Right.
You
could wear a mask and be the phantom pressure washer of Durham. What a headline that'd be. This phantom just came down and pressure washed the whole side of our building.
Everything, even my car.
Yeah. Peeled the paint right off.
Oh, well, I don't want to do that. And Candace says she knows it all.
Okay.
Candace knows it all.
Here's the question then, Candace. Ready? Who is this? Who is this?
Is that Michelin?
No, that's a famous brand.
It's not Michelin.
No, it's not the Michelin Man. Because see the little antenna on the top? Michelin Man don't have that.
What could that possibly be? Is that from Europe or something?
No. I'll take his feet off.
I don't recognize.
If I take his feet off, he's got that. See, I can put his feet back on.
Adorable. Oh, I love that.
Is
that a logo of something or what?
It's the logo for a company called VMware.
Oh.
the guy has an idiosyncrasy of you can't have too many desk toys.
If I
And
tell,
that's
well, you
that's
know,
one of my desk toys.
Candace is okay, kind of spicy today.
Oh, if I told you, well, you know, yeah, I
You
did know,
know.
Candace. VMware, I'm up to version 16 now of their software, but back years ago when you're up to version 6, when you installed it, it was hanging in Windows. And by combining all of the how-tos, I came up with a solution. Not hooray me, but hooray me, in fact. So version 6 of the Windows distribution figured out how to get it to fly. You had to change the database code. Anyway, I put that into the forum for that company, and they sent me that as a attaboy, whatever you want to call it. So I've kept that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, one more handy hint. I'm going to actually add this to the handy hints in the Durham Skywriter because it's really hot. You know, I always wear jeans.
Yes.
Jeans get really hot when it's 90 degrees. I discovered scrub pants on Amazon. And of course, we have medical supply stores, I'm sure, here in Durham.
Oh, doctor scrubs. Yeah, medical scrubs.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
They're like between $14 and $17, and they come in all these different colors. I mean, bright colors. So yeah, you might want to check them out. I'm wearing some now. I wish I could. I can't hold my leg up high enough.
I can see it in the TV in the back behind you.
But yeah, so
are they orange? Because it's important.
Oh, that's my North Carolina Central University T-shirt. Shout out.
Right, but are your scrubs orange though?
My scrubs though, I can't. Let me see if I can stand up and then.
Okay, yeah, wait. Remember the time that Pat fell down trying to show her scrubs pants?
There's my knee.
Okay.
There's my knee right there.
Okay.
We're talking super comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
They have a drawstring waist.
They're meant to be comfortable.
Oh yeah. The only thing, there's no pockets except for one little back pocket. Okay. So you might want to carry your keys in a little
or get one of those fanny packs that wear around your waist like a belt. You could put everything. Like if you have to go on a bicycle ride or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd work. Okay. So anyway, GT.
Oh, wait a minute. Marvis is saying roses. Check roses. They probably have them. That's a great discount store. I don't know if you have those out in Washington State.
I'm not familiar with it.
Great store. Good idea, Marvis. I will check them out because I only have this one pair, and I've been thinking I want some more of these.
I put the address for GT Metrics in your private chat.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
so
let me
you can
grab
add it into because people hate that. User expectation. You talk enough about a URL and then don't share it. It'd be like, yeah, let's talk about the Durham Skywriter, but we're not going to tell you what the web address is. We'll just hope you can figure it out.
So what should I put? Check your, optimize your graphics.
Yeah, website audit is what it does. It's a speed test. Okay. Yeah. And GT Metrics is a little bit better than, like Google's got a page speed indicator. Gosh, who's the other guys?
There you go.
Oh, and Chrome browser's got web development tools that does a lighthouse crawl. Those aren't as good as GT Metrics. The thing I like best about GT Metrics is the other ones will say, well, you've got issues, but we're not going to tell you how to fix them.
But GT Metrics tells you what's wrong.
But GT Metrics not only identifies the issue, it says, this is the solution. This is how you make it better.
I like that a lot. Okay, cool.
And so you can, let's say you hire somebody to do your website. Okay. And there's people out there that do that. They don't want to do Wix. They don't want to do Weebly. They just want to write a check, make it go. Okay. And so their page is going, but it always ranks like 7th down the list. They're not getting a lot of hits. Well, if it's suffering from issues related to the speed, bazinga, you can go to GT Metrics all by yourself, and then you can ask Bob, hey, how come these 4 images aren't optimized? How come this JavaScript is only using 30% of the script and you got 70% of it is just fluff and nothing except wasting time for the page to load? There you go. There's the cure.
And one thing I got to say, for people who pay other folks to do their websites, don't allow them to be the only person with access to the website. I have known so many people who lost access to their websites because of disagreements, lost their whole website.
And more importantly than that is don't lose control of your DNS, your domain name system. If you register the name DurhamSkyWriter.com,
it is registered.
Yeah, but it registers to Patricia Murray, not to Acme Web Design Company. Many developers will say, well, we need to have a website built, so we'll build that for you, and the domain name's free. So a lot of people just say, oh yeah, well, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
And then just like those those disputes that you just mentioned, guess what happens if you're not the admin contact for they take the whole, they not only take all the content, all the pictures, they take the whole dang shebang because they've got admin control of the website domain name.
And if they're mean, they can hold it for ransom.
Well, they can move it to wherever.
Yeah.
Or they can set up a redirect to a porn site. I mean, they could do all kinds of nasty stuff. I know a guy, if people didn't pay him, he would redirect their domain to a porn site. I said, how'd you get control of their domain? Oh, he very proudly says, I registered the domain to my name.
Don't let them register it under their name. It has to be under your name.
Yeah.
I have actually,
because it's an asset,
I've actually tried to visit, like I'll think, oh, whatever happened to so-and-so? And then I'll type out the domain and it'll go to Thailand or somewhere
be all
else.
Chinese writing or something.
Yeah. I said, what happened? Obviously they lost, or just let it lapse.
Yep. They'll let it lapse, or they'll get an email that looks very official, says, oh, you've got to redo your domain name. Send it here. I've had people that do that. They fell into that trap. And then they ended up losing their whole website over that. And of course, if you pay them hundreds of dollars, you can buy it back. And that's when I just say, I throw my hands up and I say, I told you a long time ago, if it's internet stuff, who are you going to call?
Guy Cook.
That's right. If I'm your guy, then know a guy on the internet. I've given you my phone number and you don't use it, you're up the creek all by yourself. I'm not going to be the other paddle. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Marvis is saying, oh, wait, I'm missing these messages. Oh, my goodness. So Candace is saying that she sends all the access info to her clients after the final payment is received. Excellent. And I guess you just have to make sure that you're working with someone who is morals, like Candace, who allows you access to your own stuff.
So if you don't think of it,
it might not.
What I would ask her, does she do half in front and then half on completion?
I don't know. The client is the admin, and she's the web designer. Oh, they both
that's
have.
How it should be.
Okay. And then Marvis, here's the thing with Marvis. She's saying that she tried GT metrics, but she has no idea what the report is saying. So it must be really technical, huh?
Then Marvis, just hire a person. If you know a guy on the internet, you could hire them to explain what you don't understand.
Or maybe she'll have to read up on that, huh?
Yeah, that's what Google's for. It's the largest compendium of recorded information in the history of the world. So I bet you they'd have the answer. Most of the things on GT metrics, if you go in there and say, how do I optimize the image? They'll tell you. It goes in chapter and verse and says, read more. Like if you don't know how to optimize the cascading style sheets, because you've got too many, you need to put them all into one. Okay. It'll tell you how to do that.
Okay. Maybe she
And then
can do
there's
a
a
quick
place on Google called the Digital Garage. You might want to spend some time, open
Google
that door.
Digital Garage.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
152 free classes in there.
Okay.
And that might be more. That's the last time I counted was 152.
Maybe she can contact you on Messenger or Facebook and just ask a couple of questions and get started and then
Or
take
go
it
to
from
the
there.
or go to the Bull City Hangout. That's where I'm at
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, she can always hop on and ask questions. But I am about to leave now, but maybe tomorrow or the next day for sure.
Sure.
So yeah, we can go over a couple of things and see what's happening, because I actually need to check that out myself, because I do have a lot of graphics in the Durham Skywriter.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do, is at least like maybe once a month, is run the audit and see if you've dropped the ball somehow. You accidentally got something in there, like Dr. Hershey sent you the logo for his drugstore and you forgot to optimize it. And you just got it in there on the health page, and it's 600K of image file instead of itty bitties. So
I got you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Guy. You're just so full of info. I really appreciate it. Hope you can
Well, I
stay
had coffee.
cool.
That helps too.
Oh, you know, people in super hot places like Brazil and India, they drink hot drinks when it's hot, and it cools them off.
I had hot coffee. I did.
Okay. Yeah. So that helps. Okay, Guy. See ya. That was fun as always. And of course, I invite you to hop on whenever you like, Bull City Hangout. Actually, I'm leaving now, but I do this every day, weekday that is, at noon, 10 o'clock on Saturdays. I love when people hop on and share information or just hang out. And also send info, because, you know, July is right around the corner. And again, happy anniversary to my parents. I mean, RIP, but still, there they are, Mom and Pop. Mom was born in Durham. Pop was born in Gary, Indiana. I grew up in Chicago. They got married here at Moorhead Avenue Baptist Church, and then immediately went to Chicago, where I grew up. Okay, so that is it. Let me make sure I have all of the comments accounted for. Yes. Okay. So I will tell you adieu, and I will see you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.